Oh, let's connect. Let's do the 6 seconds breath in and out, 6 seconds in, 7 seconds out. Make sure that you're holding them, that you can feel where your partner is breathing in and breathing out. Okay? You want to sync together, not just your eyes, but your breath. Slight smile. Now remember something. Your mind, it's a river. If you see something float by and it's not what you want to focus on, don't. Let it float on by. And keep letting things float on by, okay, during this session. Okay, and then when we're done, those of you who would like to talk about it, how you felt. Craziest thing is you know what? We'll never look in our own eyes in the mirror, no matter how much we do our makeup, our hair, we shave. We will not look into our eyes. And they have programmed us not to look in there, because if you look in there, you'll probably see the devil. And you're going to find out that it's the exact opposite. Everything we've been taught is the exact opposite. Okay? Let's do this. Thank you.
I don't know.
And they don't get close. That's all we can talk about. Penny, would you guys like to go first? Everybody?
Okay, guys. Penny and Frederick are going to talk about it.
All right. You want me to start?
Go ahead.
All right. So there was some flashes. She had cat eyes. So I saw a cat for a while, and then she started to really sparkle. She had that flame in the eye, and then not that it was the reflection, but then she got a little sad, and then we started sinking. Went away.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. That was pretty cool. I've seen a really strong person.
Speak loud, okay, so
On the
everybody
left
can
side,
hear.
It was like a strong man. Then on the right side, the right eye, I was seeing some sadness. So that's what I got. And then toward the end was when the sinking.
That was wonderful.
That's cool.
Very good. Would you like to go?
Yeah. Dana?
Yeah, face that way so they can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was looking and, I don't know about y'all, but I can't see like both eyes at once because we were close enough where I'd either focus on one eye or the other. And so if I focused on her left eye, it seemed to not be as engaged as the right eye sometimes. And then when we were just together, it seemed like I could feel my pain in my body more when I was with her, and than when I am now or any other, when I'm by myself.
What does that mean?
I don't
That
know.
she's painful?
No.
No, I know, but did you hear the way he said
It's
it?
a positive thing that maybe there's a lack of pain in her body, and then she was maybe that her body was it was sensing the pain in my body, and it was helping me recognize the pain in my body is what I was thinking.
Do you recognize the pain in your body? Like, does everybody understand that pain is a GPS? And after a while, you're taught that it's an enemy. So you either want to eat it away or keep yourself occupied or take drugs or do alcohol or which one of those do you do?
Well, all.
All?
Well, at different times.
Yeah.
I'll try and numb out the pain with food or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
So guess what? This is what I'm getting at, is that you are at peace with her because she does her work.
What I'm saying
she's
is
mastered
she's
this.
been more of the dose, and I'm doing more of the hack, and I can, you know what I'm saying?
Hack means histamine, adrenaline, cortisol. Dose means dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins. We all want to get high, and that's why most of you are drama queens, because you're looking for a buzz. But little do you know that when you do the self-love thing, you're dumping oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins, and dopamine on a continual basis, and that's why you don't get sick. When you dump the hack, histamine, adrenaline, and cortisol, trying to get the hairball out, right?
And then her breath, she could go longer without, it seemed like without breathing as much, but I tend to want to breathe more and get more oxygen because my body's like ramped up, compared to hers, like I'm more of like more higher anxiety, stress or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You internalize your stress a lot. You hide it. Yeah, you're the funny guy that, the life of a clown. You're not a clown. I didn't say that.
I'm hiding.
Yeah.
I'm putting on the show and trying to put on a facade of what I'm like, and what I'm experiencing is probably something different. But I'm trying to,
So,
kind of.
do you think that the Lionheart breathing may help you?
Well, yeah, that's powerful.
Do you put it in? Do you
I
do it every day, multiple times a day?
I find myself if I'm just feeling stress or whatever, I try and just catch my breathing and just slow it down.
But you need to be doing it when you're not stressing. When I walk my dogs, I do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not stressed. I just go through it. I'm like, oh, I haven't breathed today. Let me breathe. Let me take this in.
The new Braveheart app, that Braveheart Nation app that we're working on, it'll be ready in about 4 more months. And it'll actually have you'll be able to pick your tone, your sound, a different tone that creates a different frequency for you. And it'll go off every 5 minutes, very light, that you can just hear it on your phone, just hear it. And guess what it's for? Am I in the present moment? Okay, all right. Do I have a slight smile on my face? And am I connected to my breath? Those 3 things, that's what it's for. Now do that and have that go off every 5 minutes. It's not going to disturb people around you. You're just going to be able to hear it. And if you do that for 33 days, your whole life is changed. It's changed because you have just programmed yourself. You've brainwashed yourself. So you got a choice. The brain always needs washing. And the reality is somebody is going to brainwash you, or you're going to take massive personal action and brainwash yourself to the point that on an unconscious, subconscious level, you can be tired, you can be distracted, but you will not attack yourself emotionally or physically or anyone else again. Remember, if everybody stopped attacking themselves and each other on this planet, all the psychos would then work for us.
Yeah.
I've known, even when he says, I've known a ton of people through the years when they're tired, they're bitchy. I mean, they're miserable. It's like you ask them something, and I'm like, but that's not me, that's them.
Yeah.
But when I get tired, I don't get that way. I'm just a little tired. So
yeah, but that you've learned to master your emotions and not have tantrums. We're all taught to have tantrums until we become our own lovers. When you are not your own lover, you will go without and have a pout until they decide to not hold your love ransom. Welcome to every relationship. Almost everyone. And I can say it because it's true. 25 years of psychology, my God, it's right in front of you.
I think what I saw was myself 2.5 years ago. And I was a hack queen. I could do it with the best. And the first time I did this drill, my eyes kept blinking, blinking, blink, 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 blink. And I'm like, stop blinking. And I was trying to get myself to stop, which made me more stressed. And then it was like back and forth. So I recognized that in him because we were both blinkers. At like the first minute or two, we're just like, oh my God. All right. So then I was like, wait, into our breath. So I got into the breath. But what I was sending him in my energy and in my breathing and all of that is that Tim is trying to come into what it means to be a man, right? In this world and in this new world that we're entering, right? And I'm learning to be more feminine, right? I've been in martial arts, did boxing, kickboxing, a little MMA. I've done, bodybuilding, all of that at high levels. Very masculine things, right? So now as I enter into this phase of my life, I'm trying to do a much more feminine thing, right? A healing process and learning to love myself and be okay with being nurturing and responsive that way.
So why did you do all the masculine things before? I don't mean to cut you off, but why did you do them?
That's a great question, because before I was 18, I was a beauty queen. I was doing ballet. Anything girly, I was all over. I was a cheerleader. I did that whole thing. When I turned 18, I left my parents' house to go to college, and hear my father over years and years tell me it's unsafe for women in this world. It's unsafe. Learn how to protect yourself. That's how I got into martial arts, right? Be strong. Don't, all these different things. And I realized it was his behavior towards women, that he had done those things to women. So that's why he was telling me, protect yourself, because even though I did it to other women, I don't want another man to do it to you. So when I got out on myself, I started turning towards those things that made me feel strong, right? I mean, fighting makes you feel strong. Right? So now, as I enter, like I said, this phase of...
Well, it makes you feel strong, but then you break shit.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's exactly, yeah, my body was one, and my spirit a little bit too, though, because it wasn't really my true essence, and he's struggling with it too, right? Because his true essence in this place right now is to be a man, and he's struggling with what is that? I'm struggling with what does being female really mean? I spent most of my life up until about 45, actually, until 10 years ago when I retired from bodybuilding. I spent it building my masculine qualities, confidence and self-esteem and all of that. But guess what? It's deeper now, feminine. I still have confidence, I still have good self-esteem, and I love myself, but it has a feminine touch to it. I look different, my face looks different, everything about me is different. So I think what I was trying to project to him when we were working together is that we're not really this male body and this female body, or this male qualities or these female qualities. We are a spirit, right, in a place that sucks for spirits currently. So I'm like, just flow into it. And then his eyes started to calm down a little bit. Our body started to calm down. So I think that might be why you were feeling that, because I was actively trying to do that for myself. So I think that's why he felt it.
So I was like, trying to keep in touch with her breathing, and I found it was difficult. So maybe because of...
Why?
Well, maybe because my, need for more air, I was probably, consuming more oxygen than he was, because I was, even though we were...
Okay, guess what? That's not true. Anxiety was eating up his oxygen faster than he could bring it in. She's relaxed with you. Okay, all right? Okay. Yeah, like she was relaxed being with you.
Right, I could tell that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That she done the work, like you said.
Well, I know, but guess what? You're doing great. You just started it. You're hitting home runs right now. You got to understand. It's like this. Okay. I don't know why. I should be a marathon runner now. I just bought a $150 pair of Nikes. Well, you don't even have them on your feet yet.
They're in the mail.
Okay.
So I actually this is the first one that I actually was able to connect with someone. I really enjoyed it a lot.
Well, how many have you done?
3, 4, 5 times.
Okay.
But in the past, I noticed that I couldn't really connect with anyone more than like a superficial or short amount of time, and then every part of my body wanted to disconnect, and I would start thinking about myself and my pain and blah 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 blah, and I couldn't really connect with that person. And today it was so wonderful to just see that light in her eyes, that childlike glow in her right eye, that giddy goofiness.
Was it in her eyes or was it in your eyes?
Both.
Okay.
I think we both kind of fed off of each other. And it really felt like we were almost telepathically having a conversation. Yeah. It was every time I would think something to her, she would respond, and we were like going back and forth. It was really a beautiful experience.
I agree. I could feel her pain. I could see her pain, and I just let go, because I could just feel. It's like I could feel everything she was projecting out. I just, and we were breathing it back in. We were trying to it was like a release. I guess you would say it was a release, and I.
Does not serve us.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Seeing it in each
It was
other,
amazing.
sending it out.
It was amazing. We both enjoyed it. A good release.
Can you guys hear back there? I don't. Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, lovebirds.
So basically, it took us a second, but then connected and still saw the eyes that when you see the poor fat little kitty cat,
Why do you think that is? It's okay, just sit with it and relax with it. Don't feel like I'm putting you on the spot. Just relax with it, because guess what? Trust your instincts and it'll just come out like this. Because this is why. When you allow yourself to feel but not be hurt, you should be able to feel everybody. Because if you could feel people, you would understand them, and then you could surf better with them. But we've shut off our instincts. I don't treat anybody the same. Do you guys notice how I talk differently to everybody here? Okay? And that's what you got to do. You got to lock into a person's vibe. Okay, that's where they're coming from. I get it now. So this is how we do this, right? When you observe and you don't judge, you won't make a mistake in what you say, and you will not hurt people. And you'll actually be able to tell the truth. Okay, there's things I say in this room that if somebody else said them, people would be offended. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Because if you say something with absolutely no judgment, we're here to support each other. And that's the only reason why you hesitated. I don't want to say the wrong thing. What if I say the wrong thing? And guess what? When you hesitate and you don't want to say the wrong thing, you're going to say the wrong thing. When you come and you just come out with a breath, a normal breath, and speak, it's real.
So,
Yeah.
well, I don't know if it's a reflection of him or if it's a reflection of me.
I didn't say it was him or you. I
Okay.
said, where's it coming from?
Just the sorrow that she.
The sorrow of what? See, let's not just say it. Let's take a look at it. And let's find out if it was an illusion created by belief systems that have been holding us and choking us. It's a chokehold. You know, almost everything you feel is not real. Okay? I mean, how many times do you feel like the world's ending? Up until this course. How many times a day does the world end for you?
Once or twice. Yeah.
Okay, so she said once or twice. Let's just call it 12 times.
Okay.
Because she said 1 and 2, didn't she?
Yeah.
It's 12 times.
Yeah.
How many people know that before, that 50 years ago, we used to have 2-3 trauma moments a month. Before COVID, 17 times a day for the average person. Guess what? 125 times a day for the average person now. And that's why we have turbo cancer, turbo diabetes, turbo heart disease. That's why there's more people on antidepressive meds and anti-inflammatories than the whole history of the world. Okay.
And then his eyes went from being sad.
His eyes went from, I can't hear you.
Being sad, and then
Being sad. Okay.
yeah, and then I actually got startled, and I pulled back for a second.
Why?
I don't know. I just saw something that frightened me,
Okay.
and I pulled back, and then I went back into looking into his eyes, and then I saw like a sparkle and my halos.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Does he frighten you often?
He has in the past, yeah.
Okay, there. Okay. And why do you?
Because I obviously got low self-esteem. Like you
No. It's how you control her.
said. Okay.
And we don't even know it. Subconsciously, that's how we control people, by frightening them. It doesn't make you a bad guy. You just don't need to do that anymore. And why did you feel the need to control her?
Honest, I don't have the faintest idea why. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, you do.
I do.
Oh yeah.
I don't feel like a control freak, actually, Terry.
I didn't tell you. I didn't call you a control freak. Did I call him a control freak?
Disneyland.
I just think.
Okay, so when you do, now I'm going to end this because that's not what I was trying to get at. Here it is. You ready? They should be doing the couples connection every night for 33 nights. And then guess what? The conversation I just tried to do, I really don't want to know. It's none of my business. The reality is they need to dig into that. So 10 minutes of doing this and then 10 minutes of talking. And guess what? Oh my God. You know what? Oh, I know why. I had to control you because you made me feel like you were stronger than I was.
I can still beat her arm wrestling.
What?
I can still beat her arm wrestling. No, but it's not a big deal.
Well, that's important. Only if you're going to speak louder.
This is like only our second time, but this time, once I started getting, I try to get in with the breath, the saying, breathing in and out, the saying, and I felt us breathing good at that moment.
You're going to have to speak louder. I'm going to tell you something right now. If he doesn't speak louder, he's never going to have the power he wants. And you're going to, you know that sometimes when you get emotional and you feel like you're going to break down?
Yeah.
Unless you find your voice, that's what's going to happen for the rest of your life. So I want you to stand in the core of your power and speak right now. Sit up. I don't mean sit up like sit up. I don't mean sit up. I mean sit up.
Yeah.
Practice. Look at this. Now you, okay, do you want to know something?
Yeah.
You did look like a little boy just a minute ago beside her.
Okay.
She doesn't want that. She wants a man. And I guarantee that you do that little boy thing, and I'm sure it pisses her off. How does it make you feel when he does the little boy thing?
Yeah, I don't like it.
I'm just saying this is the second time we've done it, so but I just felt like we got our breath together. We was breathing together, in and out, and I was only looking into her left eye because the right eye was in the shade. I couldn't see it. But when I first started, I wouldn't see anything at first like I did the last time we did it. But once I started getting into it and looking really deep, I did see love, and I seen a beautiful electromagnetic light energy being there. And that's what I saw. And then I got closer to it, and even closer and closer and closer. I just felt like I was connecting better. Once I got closer to it, I kind of like sunk into it.
Yeah, and do you think maybe you're just getting a little bit more confident with holding her like this and looking at her like this? So maybe you need to hold her like this and look at her like that much more often.
Absolutely.
That could be a key.
That could be.
I mean, I could be wrong.
No, I don't think so. No, you're right.
Okay.
Well, this beautiful reflection here, once we got into our rhythm and our breathing,
Thank you, everyone.
literally it was